as best we can. We'll find that. And then we'll post all the things. Oh my God. I need to remove the embed. Oh dear me. Okay. So yeah, removing the embeds is going to take a beat because I have to go and type in all of the carrots. Let's try this. Oh wait, I don't have to put it around the Discord one. Let's do YouTube. Okay. And let's not forget the Luna. Okay, so this should work. Is that better? Yes. All right. So I'm going to go and post this around. Let's see if we can get some people through here. Post it in support. And we'll post it in the 2500 club. And we'll post it in super users, which is the same thing. We'll post it in discussion. We'll post it in PromptCraft. We'll post it in the volunteer break room just for giggles. And now I'm back in the room. All right. So welcome to Midjourney Troubleshooting Jam Session. We are trying something novel today because I love to try novel things every time. Every frickin' time. And that would be using a URL to enter questions and stuff, just in case, there's some people that aren't brave about speaking up in chat. There's some people who are not logged in through Discord that might not know, like if you're listening on Twitch or YouTube or something, that might not know how to enter your thoughts. So what I've done is I've created this meeting thing. So you're welcome to go and just experiment with it. I think I've got the right one. Is this the right one? Oh, yes. Okay. So hold on, let me change this to that. Maybe that's right. You should see a greeting at the top. Do you guys see what I see? I see this with this picture at the top. Excellent. So, I mean, you don't have to ask your questions there, but if you want to ask your questions there, it's entertaining to try doing that. I'll just stick this over here. And other than that, I will show you this project I've been working on. I mean, until there are questions coming in from other places. Gosh, I'm looking all around. I have 3 monitors here. and I'm looking all over the place. That's so funny. As soon as I said that, um, I gotta look back at your memories from September 15th last year from OneDrive. I'm like, thanks, OneDrive. I'm busy. Thanks for noticing that. Okay. So let's actually put Midjourney on the screen. Shocking, I know. I'm going to put my little meeting, my little URL thing over to the side. Right. So let me go to my create screen and let me go to Adobe Express and I'll show you what I've been working on. Well, first of all, why am I not unmuting Mary Smith? And why am I not unmuting Johnny Bones? What's wrong with me?
Good morning, Clarinet.
Hi. I'm so glad to hear you guys. Okay, say hello again so I can make sure you're being broadcast.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Good
Yes, you
morning.
are being broadcast. Hooray!
There's
And
Johnny.
you
Hi,
can
Johnny.
hear me. Hi.
And
Cool.
I'm going to unmute Thrangulon because I love her voice. And I'm going to
Oh,
I do. Your voice is fantastic. And I'll unmute Ambrosia, although I'm not entirely sure Ambrosia talks. And I'm going to unmute Ipsady, who also has an incredibly good voice. So who else? Who else wants to join their voice to the voices? Uh-oh. Wait, Mary Smith, say something again, would you please?
Testing.
Okay,
1, 2,
great.
3.
Yep, we're all good. Okay. So, Ambrosia's like literally getting up and running to get mic. Brenda, what about you? Do you want microphone times? I mean, not that you have to talk, but you might want to talk at some point. So, you tell me that every time, Brenda, and I always, just in case, ask. Okay. So, I am looking at this is Adobe Express, which I think most people use Canva, but I don't know, I'm a masochist. I just started using Adobe Express one day and I didn't stop. And one of the things Adobe Express allows you to do is set up social media posts with these templates, right? I don't know if you can see these templates. Can I make them bigger? Can I just, oh, yeah. So you can choose these templates. And it comes complete with its own stock photography and stuff. And it has no soul at all. There's no soul there. And so one of the things I took it upon myself to do, Affinity Designer, that's nice. One of the things I took it upon myself to do is what if I took one of these templates and used Midjourney to add soul to it. And I'm, by the way, only talking because until people have actual questions. If you do have questions, you can either type it into the chat or you can, if you're feeling shy, you can use this URL, the app.meet.ps, and that'll give you a little blank pad that you can write your questions in. And I'll put that URL around the various channels in case anyone wants to enter questions. So so what I ended up with then was this nice soulful post, which has 5 pages, so you swipe to look at each page. And the problem with all of this is that I can't show you what I started with. I mean, there's no text on this. It's just quick brown fox stuff. But just substitute text. But I thought it was a really cool use of Midjourney. And what was really neat for me is sometimes I struggle, I have phenomenal cosmic power with Midjourney, but what exactly am I going to make with my phenomenal cosmic power? Not all of us have jobs that tell us what to make. Some of us are artists, and some of us have writer's block, or whatever you want to call artist block. And the project of transforming a soulless template into a nice into something that really sort of, at least it speaks to me, was a really good exercise. So that's what I wanted to share today. But you have joined the Midjourney Prompt Troubleshooting Jam session, and what we do here is invite participants to talk about their projects, show them off, ask questions if you've hit any obstacles. We invite you to ask questions about Midjourney and prompting. You can either type your questions in chat, put your problem prompts, paste your problem prompts in chat, and we'll work on them together, or you can put them in the URL and we'll address them like that. Okay, Ambrosia, let me unmute you. How you doing?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Excellent. Okay, so Thrangulon, you posted vintage pale yellow and red bus with custom paint and white wall tires. By the exact text. I like how you're saying exact text, like Midjourney's going to go like, oh, you mean the exact text? Oh, okay. Oh, in that case. So it is coming post-war vehicle design. So what it needs convincing, right? So Thringulon, you pasted this. Did you have a question about it? Is it a problem prompt?
No.
You just pasted it for fun. Is there anything we can help with it, or just you're just showing it off?
Yeah, it's just
Is Thringulon fading out for anyone else?
Yeah, she's breaking up.
Okay.
Breaking up.
Darn it, Thrang.
Should just try it for the fun of it.
Okay, I'll try it for the fun of it. Let's just do it. Let's just see what happens. I'm going to turn off my personalization so we get exactly. Oh, well, we're doing 916 apparently, because that's what I have. Hey, not bad. Maybe asking for exact text matters. It's coming.
Clarinet, you have an echo.
It's through Ambrosia's mic. Ambrosia's going to have to self-mute.
Okay.
Okay. Now that should take care of it, right? Okay. So this is a very cool prompt, Triangulon. And weirdly enough, the exact text did show up. So go figure. Welcome, Toiger. You have joined Midjourney's prompt troubleshooting jam session where we troubleshoot problem prompts. If you have a problem prompt, just paste it into the chat and we'll see what we can do. If you have a question and you're not sure whether you want to type it in chat, we do have a URL which I've pasted into your Discord chat that you can use to enter questions. And I'm going to enter that in all the various chats in case people want to use it. How do we make the bus coming an ominous event? Well, what does an ominous event look like? Is my question. Then we could make it look like an ominous event. Does it look like it's going into a dark a dark light? A dark light doesn't make any sense, but I mean like a storm, like the bus is lit but the storm is dark sort of thing. I don't get this. What is the Venga bus? This is a meme that I don't know, apparently.
I think he's referring to a song from like the late 90s.
Oh, the Venga Boys?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm wondering if I run your prompt with this mood board. I have this mood board called Chasing the Light. And what if I use it with your prompt? Whether it'll become particularly ominous. Yeah, that's pretty ominous.
Pretty ominous.
Not bad at all.
No.
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and say it says sepia photo quality, but I'm gonna take that out and I'm just gonna say
It's beautiful.
I
I love it.
looks for vehicle design. Dark weather. Let's try dark weather. See if we can get it a little bit more threatening. This is one of my favorite mood boards. It just makes everything so dramatic. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's like bringing an apocalyptic storm. The apocalyptic storm has already hit.
I like that one with the
Yeah,
gravel
that
and the
one, that one.
puddle.
Yeah.
The headlights reflecting in the puddle. It's nice.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Look at that.
And it's spray painted like it's coming.
It's got graffiti on it.
I love it.
There is no place to share mood boards, but if you go to your mood board and click it, and I think this is the if the URL, your browser address. Can you guys see that if you click that?
Mhm.
So you can share mood boards that way, but there's no like place to share mood boards.
That one was for coloring pages.
Oh, you want the Chasing the Light one?
Oh, yeah.
The P code right above that is Chasing the Light. But if you want to see the pictures that are in Chasing the Light, then I can give you this. Chasing the Light. Like that. And then you can see there's not many pictures. I mean, they're hard to find. It's hard to find like pictures that are just precisely this. But there is somebody on Instagram called Chasing the Light. Just this old fella in Texas who does nothing but wander around and take these extraordinary pictures.
Nice.
And so these are his pictures without his permission. So, you know, if you guys know that Chasing the Light, you can send them after me. What are you doing? Trying to figure out what is that behind me? Oh, I see. I'm just messing stuff up left and right here on my stream. No problemo. Let me just lock that stuff down so I mess less stuff up. So these look pretty good. I wonder if I just like max out quality, if it'll do something interesting. Like with the details. Okay, show of hands. Who says details and who says details, or does it depend on what you're saying?
I usually go details.
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 Details. So it's weird when I say details.
No.
It's a little weird. A little weird. Yeah.
Big weirdo.
I know.
It would be weird if it was confusing, but it's not.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair point. Oh my gosh, I think Q4 did something nice for these pictures. Look at the lightning it had time to look at the reflection. We need to fix the text, but
Yeah.
yowza. It is coming. I have to fix that text too, but great cloud bank. It's Vergbus.
Maybe ask for graffiti for it's, what was it? It's coming. It is coming. What was that phrase there?
Yeah, it is coming.
Maybe ask for a graffiti for that.
Why? Wait, what are you saying?
Will it put some graffiti? It is coming in graffiti rather than in a print.
Oh, I don't know. What I do is just go in here and just
use your edit.
Yeah, I always fix text with edit. It is, and then hopefully, well, it also might try to put the word Vengabus there because I was not smart and did not edit the prompt.
But sprayed with spray paint might look cool rather than just printed on the side.
Yeah, you're right. It might, but it's supposed to. Yeah, see, it says it is Venga. It's supposed to copy the existing font that's there, but it is not doing that. It's like it's too small. Hold on. Let me go ahead and take out all of this extra stuff so it has a fighting chance. I'm not sure it recognizes that says it is.
If you just put coming in parentheses with your edit,
let's try
rather than it is, just put coming.
No, well, that doesn't work because well, it doesn't work as well because Midjourney wants to see the whole picture, so it's gonna, if it can see the word it is, then it knows how to place coming. Otherwise it's sort of out of the blue. I don't know how to describe that.
I see.
I'm gonna put the question in case anybody who's joining has questions, and stick your questions in these chats. I've got people randomly joining on other channels, which is why I keep pasting that. Oh yeah, Abby, thank you. You can share in this thread if you're really excited. I don't know if people, is anyone keeping like a library of mood boards? I feel like this, like the style explorer could become a mood board explorer. That would be fun. Okay, it is coming. That's not bad though, actually. So
Clarinet, I have a question.
uh-huh.
Okay. I have been playing around with mood boards all weekend. I wanted to find out, can you use styles and your mood board at the same time or
You
no?
sure can. You can do the heck out of that. For example, here is a mood board, and here is an SRF random, and here is the word apocalypse. Apocalypse, did I spell that right? So it's going to do chasing the light plus an SRF plus the word apocalypse, and I can turn on personalization. And I can do multiple of all of those. I can do multiple SRFs, multiple profiles, multiple mood boards. So you can really go bananas with this stuff. I, sorry, a staff member just contacted me about exciting. So chasing the light chaos, that's ended up being very, very cool looking. The horse stepping through the neon. Johnny Bones, that looks very Blair Witch.
Oh yeah. I used a couple of mood boards on it.
I don't know why. Oh, the SREF. I guess the SREF did that. So, yeah, I mean, as far as producing just random interesting styles, you can do that all day, for sure.
Annette, you were saying, you were mentioning the options that you can attach. You used, I think there were 4 options that you could activate for an image: SREF, mood board, personalization, and what else? There was one more.
Well, P is the same thing as mood boards and profiles, and personalization. That's all just --P.
Right.
--SREF is the styles.
Right. Then mood board.
Well, no, mood board, profiles, and personalization are all the same thing.
Oh.
In other words,
well,
you can mix P and SREF. Those are the two things.
Okay.
But it's just that --P is a mood board or a profile or personalization. So it felt like I was naming 4 things when really I was naming 2.
Okay, very good.
It's just that those P's, those profiles, come from different sources. It either comes from the mood board you made, or it comes from a profile you made, or it comes from your ranking and personalization. And a profile is, of course, also ranking and personalization. And mood boards is another form of ranking and personalization. It's just you do it by adding images instead of saying yes or no to images.
So selecting a mood board and then clicking on the P for personalization. That I thought personalization was where you go and rate images, and that's your personalization.
It is, but it's the same parameter.
So if you pick a mood board and click on the P,
you get two codes in --P.
So if you don't click on the P, you would get a different image, different type of image. If you selected a mood board and did not click on the P, compared to clicking on the P for another go,
You're
it's
so
a different
confusing me
feel.
right now.
No, if the P is off, then it won't use any mood boards or profiles.
You have to click the P for it to use the mood board.
No,
Yeah, the ones that are
you can just enter a
Well-
mood board manually, or
Oh,
you
you can
can
do
choose
that.
it from or you can choose it from your drop down list. Like here's
Ah.
chasing the light.
I see.
I only have one profile, but I can use the drop down menu to select things. And I was confused because I wasn't thinking about the UI. I was thinking about what you can enter at like as a parameter. So if you have,
select a mood.
so I can select chasing the light, which now has a red check mark next to it, and also eclectic diagrams and my global profile.
Oh.
And then I can do apocalypse. And I can add an sref random. And now it'll put all of those things, see?
Oh, I just learned. That's great.
And the reason why I kept saying it's only two things is because look at how the prompt looks. Do you see how it's an sref, but then it's profile 1, 2, 3 things?
Yep.
There's only two parameters. There's only two parameters, but a bunch of different mixes of stuff.
Very good.
Right. This is great. The giant cloud over the cities. That looks awesome.
Mhm.
So if you're shy about asking a question, we're experimenting today with providing a URL that you can ask your question in. So if you have a question or a comment or a thought or feedback or whatever, and you might want it to be anonymous, but you don't want the pressure of somebody saying, well, okay, Meteor, what do you blah, 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 blah. You can always just enter it in there. If you want to. I just unmuted Westendorf and Potato Propagator.
Hello.
Hello. And yeah, feel free to just enter a sample question in there just to test it as well. Symvolia, you might be interested in this. If you have a question, comment, or feedback and you want to enter it anonymously, you can enter it there at this URL that I just pasted in. And feel free to enter nice little text entry field you got here. It'd be a shame if someone didn't ask a question in it. That's what someone just posted.
Oh my gosh, who would do something like that?
I don't know, but it's funny.
Oh no.
Okay, Jasmine says a little girl with long brown hair playing with a big friendly manatee underwater. Seagrasses grow behind and in front of the characters. Dress made of sea spray, animated 600. How can we help, Jasmine? That's really pretty, Abby. Welcome to Midjourney's prompt troubleshooting jam session where we troubleshoot problem prompts. If you have a prompt or project you've been working on and it's just not working out the way you hoped and maybe you need some help or maybe you just want to talk it out, you're welcome to either ask for your microphone or type in the question, just like Jasmine did. What kind of help do you need, Jasmine? Is it that the dress doesn't look like it's made of sea spray, or It doesn't look like it's underwater, or for some reason they're having tea. Do you want to talk with your microphone, Jasmine, or are you okay typing? I need more coffee, man. Thank you, Abby, for my emoji coffee. We have a question from our question board that is there a quick way to pull up an old mood board code besides getting it from old images? You mean if it belongs to someone else? There is no quick way. If an image if the mood board belongs to another person, then you have no direct access to it, unless you have made a note of it intentionally. Oh, that's very cute, Ambrosia. Did you change the prompt at all? Well then.
No changes, no personalization.
Nice job. To what? To what? Can you tell us more about what it's doing and what you want? You have changed your mood board RRR, but you kind of looked. Do you know what changes you made? Just take out the images you added. If you want to recreate, but you're right. Okay. The only thing you can do is go back to an image that uses the one you like and grab that code. That's the code that points to that snapshot in time. Otherwise, the code is updated every time you add or remove. So you have, as many codes as there were changes to that mood board. More camera movement issues. This is an example of attempting to turn the camera 180 degrees from Lincoln's face to see his vantage. You're trying to look over his shoulder?
I'm just trying to, like, once it gets up to his face, kind of have the camera just do a 180-degree spin and just see what he would be looking at to kind of explain.
What would he be looking at?
Well, just a crowd of folks, like I had tourists like drinking soda pops and stuff. So it just getting, just generally speaking, getting camera to do what I want it to do. I guess somebody had suggested to not use the term camera, but use it as in first person. Like I turn, we turn and look 180 degrees. So I tried a few different variations of it, but just still, trying to get an
over the shoulder look. Now, what I can do is, go into my organize and find a picture and a random picture and see if I can get an over the shoulder look, but I don't know if it would work the same way with my picture as it would with your Lincoln. I mean, I don't think there's just one way to solve it. But
right.
I can find like this random lady and try to
in part too, when it's because I'm extending out, I don't think that I can add a in frame once you have the video and you do an extend manual. Is there a way to have where that extension were to land, or an in frame?
An extension end frame.
So you do a video and then you can extend.
No, I know what you mean, and I don't know if I've ever noticed whether you can. Hold on, I made some owls. Extend manually ending frame. Yes, you can.
Okay. So maybe that's where I need to do it, is build out build out the end frame where I want it to be to finish, and then work from there.
Jasmine wants to know what prompts you guys are using to get these images, but Ambrosia used the prompt as is. I know that. I don't know whether Johnny, maybe share the prompt. There it is. Okay. So let me go back to my create here. See if I started to. What about this one? I started to, so I'm going to extend. What about this one? Yeah, it started to. Almost finished. I'm going to extend that one too. Oh, except I'm clicking extend manually every time. Heckin' heck. Okay, hold on. This one didn't do it. This one really did begin to do it. Is this one starting to spin around a little bit? Worth checking. This one
Yeah, I may have
answered.
answered my own question to put the end frame when I extend it so that it's going to a set image. So I'm gonna experiment with
Yeah. Like if you have another, I mean, it should contrive to spin around and show
Yeah.
that.
I guess I have to kind of build that out and then work on the movements of the, I guess, camera. I saw somewhere along the way that somebody was using, it's not a parentheses, but it's kind of those square parentheses. I don't know what that's even called. I saw some people writing that in some prompts with quote camera direction. Is there anything built into the Midjourney for, separating out what the motion is, within
No,
some sort of bracket? No?
no,
Okay.
no. There's very little in Midjourney to help make anything specific happen. Yeah, I don't know why animated -600 is in there, Jasmine. That is not really part of Midjourney prompting. Okay, did we get anything to go completely over her shoulder? Almost. It stopped and started to turn around. What about this one? Oh, that was the first one. It's so close. It's so close. Is this one gonna? No. Okay. Well, an over the shoulder shot. Looking over her shoulder. At the view of the cafe in front of her. We see her the back of her head, her spine, the back of her neck. Now, the reason why I'm talking like that is not because it's good prompting, it's because I'm prompting the prompter, right? There's an LLM listening to me in this case because I'm not in raw mode. And if there's an LLM listening to me, maybe it will read that and go, oh, well, let me make a prompt that blah, 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 blah. And I don't know whether it'll work, but I'm just sometimes I just lean into the fact that it's an LLM in video that I'm talking to. See if I can't,
Yeah,
you know, talk.
I remember you talking about that last time, and so that the raw mode is going to be more trying to contrive specifically what the words are, and the
Well,
LLM.
the raw mode says your prompt is what's going to get run. And
Okay.
if you take out raw, then it says, look, I want the helpful LLM to try to figure out what I mean and maybe write a better prompt.
Okay.
And I find that the mysterious better prompt often works better than whatever I think will work. But sometimes I get frustrated and I'm just like, well, this LLM is not helping me at all. And then I put it in raw mode. It just won't go all the way behind her. So what if I do use raw mode on this? What if I do? What if I use raw mode on
Yeah,
this stupid prompt?
I was finding that I had to jump back and forth between raw and non-raw to kind of get what I was looking for.
What if we talk about the back of her head?
I did.
Oh. Oh,
You can't see
Sorry.
that, but
I do see that now. Sorry.
yeah, Mary Smith.
I
Jeez.
actually just went and got a cup of tea. Sorry.
No, but obviously it's a brilliant idea, right? Because we both thought of it. So it's totally brilliant idea. Does look, potato propagator. Look,
Watch.
the back of her head. We're seeing the back of her head.
Oh,
I've never been
yes.
so excited to see the back of someone's head.
And we can see where she's looking, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not rotating behind her, but
Yeah, unfortunately, she turned her head so we could see the back of her head.
All right.
She's
Yeah.
like- suddenly she's looking out the window.
Yeah. Who's coming in the window? We can extend it a little more.
I also think she's having a little bit of trouble drinking from that glass. She look at her mouth. She's like, oh,
It's hot.
okay.
And there's somebody else popping into the frame too.
Yeah, it's her again.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's trying to make a copy of her in order to obey this prompt. So I'm gonna extend again. Where's the one where she looks out the window? I'm gonna extend again. In raw mode. And I'm gonna see if this thing that's coming onto the panel is just a copy of her with her facing the other way. I think that's what it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a copy of her facing the other way. Yeah. Hello, coworker.
She's talking to you. Yes. Yeah, we had to take a quick little break here.
Maybe you shouldn't extend. Just use the last frame as the first for the next video, then join clips. I mean, yes, but that sounds like a lot of work. I do that though. I do use frame grab and like when I'm trying to make something serious. So I mean, potato propagator, if you really need to spin around the Lincoln Memorial, then Himbo's, on the right track. Use multiple tools. Midjourney gets you Midjourney.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking for photos of actually behind the statue. I did that with an actual statue. I created a mood board and took photos of every angle and some close-ups and stuff of a single statue. Dropped it into a mood board, and I used that in my prompts to some success.
Mm. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Westendorf, is that just a normal thing?
Yeah, routine.
Okay. Not like somebody reported you for rats or something.
My hoarding issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're hoarding like 1950s tea kettles or something. Trying to think
Yeah.
trying to think of something like incredibly stylish that you could be.
Mm, that's pretty good. Teacups or teapots? Teapots is better.
Teapots. Well, actually electric kettles.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
have you seen
Wow.
1950s electric kettles? They look
I think
amazing.
so. Yeah. It's like
1950s electric kettle. Oh no. Look how many mood boards I'm using. Wait, stop. Oh, it still looks amazing.
Hmm.
Okay.
Percolators.
Stop with the profile. Stop already. Just stop. Okay. If you want it realistic, use the word photograph.
Mm.
Jasmine. Yeah, look at this thing. I mean, this isn't even real, but they really did look like I don't know, UFO inspired
Mm-hmm.
tea kettles.
Atomic age stuff.
Yeah, atomic age. Yeah.
I have a retro microwave that kind of looks like that.
A retro microwave. What is a retro
Yeah.
microwave?
The company is actually called Retro something. Here, I'll find a picture of it. It just has slight car details, sort of.
Nice.
No way.
Does that come in different colors?
I think it does, yeah.
Does
And
it?
have you seen those? Oh, well, the retro refrigerators, like Smeg
Meg.
and other.
Oh, yeah. Well, except I can't look at those without thinking of Sims 4 because
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever played this game, but you can, you put little model fridges and stuff in your 3D world, and you build little kitchens and things, playhouse or architect.
Mhm.
And Smeg is one of the brands that
Oh,
participated with. So you can put
that's
down
cool.
that fridge and that microwave and that kettle and
Uh-huh.
and I can't look at that brand name without thinking of a show called Red Dwarf,
Oh,
which is a British comedy from early 80s, late 70s. Anyway, and that was a curse word. Smeg was a curse word. So
I mean, the first time I saw it, I was like, yeah. But then I realized it was a different language.
right. Oh, well, good.
But
So there's that.
they're insanely expensive too, right?
Yes, and they're insanely expensive. But that's what you pay for good looking stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would love it. Is Ipsada even in the call? Ipsada, are you here?
Yes, she is. I see her.
She's here, but she might not actually be. Okay.
Oh, right, right.
What do you think of these? What do you think of Smeg in our kitchen? It wouldn't work, would it? Because our kitchen is really very 2010.
Gotcha. It's
Modern, really? I think 2010 is still vintage. It's just recent vintage. We look very suburban model home thing.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
Neutrals.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh God. We had to come through here. It was done when we first moved in. It was done in sort of neutral, and I know you do. Neutral with burnt orange highlights, burnt orange accents. Like
Wow.
like Longhorn, like UT Austin Longhorn burnt orange accents.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we changed them to navy blue, which is still a pretty ordinary color, but it really helped. Really helped calm the space down a little bit. This is still on topic because it's still colors and design, and that is what Midjourney is all about. So, do you guys do this, by the way? Like when you want to show somebody something, like you could go to Google image search and find one, or you could prompt Midjourney.
hmm
Like when I'm reading a book, sometimes it'll be like I lived at the some French coastal town. Nah. I'm like, French coastal town, what's that? And I'll type it in here. 1940s French coastal town. Oh, and then I get a immediate illustration, like I'm 12 and still need to see pictures in my books. Sorry, 7 and still need to see pictures. I didn't need pictures in my books at 12. Of course not. Ambrosia, that's beautiful, but it has to start looking at her face and then spin all the way around to the back.
I know. I added a 180-degree view in the prompt. So I've just been playing around with it.
Okay, well don't waste too many minutes. If you have ideas, let me do it. Okay, so you wanted to put okay, so this started spinning around. So I'm going to extend manually. I'm going to say 180-degree rotation to look over her shoulder at the cafe in front of her. Let's try that. Oh my goodness. I just got distracted by a squirrel. I did. I actually just did a squirrel. But it's, in my defense, that squirrel is very large. Can we not do horror movie neck snapping? I don't know if that's going to be represented in the training data. Okay. I'm trying it, Ambrosia. Yes, we're still doing that. Ipsady, yes. Problem prompts. I'm struggling to get a woman with top and bottom teeth, or at least bottom teeth, replaced by miniature skyscrapers, like a city skyline where her teeth would be. I keep getting normalish smiles with cityscapes stuck everywhere else but her mouth. Things I've tried: rewriting the prompt 5 times, working in raw, working in standard, V6, V7, and a couple of other things. Help. You think weird is going to help? All right, can you give us the base prompt, Ipsady, so we can start by editing that prompt? Well, I tell you what, Ambrosia, your prompt sure is making her crane her neck. I think it's, look, she's about to pour her coffee over her shoulder. Oh, this one's spinning around a little. You know what? Maybe we need to say, Ambrosia, maybe we need to say it sees the side of her, it sees the side of her arm or something. Let's see. I'm liking this one. Oh, look. Hey, it worked. I'm going to extend it again. All right. Well, Hemo just got it instantly, so what do you want? Himbo, you got to show us the prompt for that. You have to gloat properly that Ipsady has been working on that for days and you got it in seconds. We have got a question from Plippity Plop, who says, "Hi, very new here. Is there a listing of the prompt types anywhere? What can you tell us about prompt types?" A typo? Is it a typo on purpose? No, I thought maybe you were being clever, trying to break an archetype or something. Oh, okay. So Plippity Plop is like, how do you, is asking really basically, how do you style the image, I think. So Plippity Plop, when you write I know I feel hilarious saying this name over and over again. Can I just call you Plip for short? Plip, when you write your prompt, if you want it to be photographic, which is what I think you mean by photorealistic, you just use the word photograph, like a photograph of. And if you want it to be high res, you don't have to type in high res because Midjourney only produces high res images. And Midjourney doesn't take instructions. So you can't say, make me a high resolution image of it. You can only say, you can only type in the description, like a raven sitting on a dead branch in winter. But you can't say, make me a high resolution picture of a raven, blah, blah, blah. And so if you want it to be a photograph, you would say a photograph of a raven standing on a dead branch or perched on a dead branch. So no conversation, no instructions. Why? Because Midjourney is not an LLM. Midjourney is not like ChatGPT. You can't chit chat with it. You can't talk about it. You can't say, instead of a raven, make it a dove. You can't talk like that with Midjourney. You can only give it straightforward descriptions, and you don't have to tell it, make it high quality, make it high resolution, make it high fidelity, because Midjourney will do all those things automatically. It only produces high quality images. And photorealism, as it turns out, that phrase is a phrase used by painters to describe a style of painting. So the moment you use the word photorealistic or photorealism, you're asking Midjourney to make it look like a painting because it's a painterly term for paintings. So if you want photographic quality, if you want it to look real, like somebody photographed it, then those are the words you use: photography, photograph, photographed by, photographed of, photographed by CNN, editorial photography by Vogue, that sort of thing. So Plippity says, is there like a list of different styles to choose from? No, Midjourney works using the entire vocabulary of human language. So your best bet would be Roget's Thesaurus or the Oxford English Dictionary or something like that. The way of in terms of phrasing your own styles, in terms of putting the style literally in the prompt, you just use your words. Or you can use ChatGPT helper, which I can give you a ChatGPT helper, which can help you choose words, which I believe is this URL for Plip. And I'll give that to all of you guys. And the other thing you can do is use Midjourney's Style Explorer. So what you do at that point is you log into your Midjourney account, Plip, and you click the Explore button, and then you make sure you click over on the far right. There's 3 tabs: Styles, Images, and Videos. If you click Styles, it'll just give you. It's not organized. They're random pretty much, and you can, if you spot a style that looks like it might be great for your prompt, you can use it, and then you don't have to write words for your style. You can just pick one, like, okay, I like this one, so I'm going to click use, and I'm going to write my prompt here, a little girl and her pet manatee. And it'll use the style that I've selected there in my Create tab. Plip says, so if I'm looking for images that are easy to get a transparent background on for e-commerce customization and purposes, what would you suggest? So Plip, the phrase you're looking for is isolated on a black background. If you want to make a good alpha channel, isolated on a black background, or isolated on a white background. That's the way to get a clear alpha channel. So if I say, a photograph of a cardinal isolated on a black background, then I will get this really nice e-commerce ready, alpha channel ready clip art, essentially photographic clip art, right? And then you still have to take this into your Photoshop or whatever, and clean up the alpha channel yourself, because Midjourney doesn't offer alpha channels. But it's Midjourney, right? It gets you midway there, and you can get anything you want isolated on a black or white background or green background or whatever background makes it easiest for you. I am currently messing with my monitor for just a second because the picture mode is very, very weird right now. I have no idea what's going on with this monitor. I guess it's kind of dying. Whoa. Okay. This monitor is on its last legs, poor thing. What just happened? Oh, and it also rearranged my thanks. Okay. So Plip says, I'm new. I've used Midjourney previously, but briefly, and I've explored other engines. Midjourney is really fantastic for my purposes. Others don't have the same freedoms. So true. So true. Midjourney is really the only choice for anything that needs to have a little bit of soul. But Midjourney is an artist's tool. It is not an AI the way we think of AI. We think of AI as like it just knows what I'm saying and makes it. That is not what Midjourney is. Midjourney is the power user's tool. It allows you to breathe life and soul into an image, but you do have to learn how to use it. It has its own language, it has its own tools, and so on. So let me give you some more information. Actually, I gave you the prompt helper. We also have besides docs.midjourney.com, which is an obvious choice, Plip, we also have oh, my monitors are all in different order all of a sudden. We also have a community led FAQ site. Oh, Plip, stop using Discord, my friend. I mean, do use Discord so that you can come to our events. But you don't have to do that anymore because you've got Twitch. We have so many educational events. They're all for free. The events are lovely because they come with your subscription to Midjourney, and they teach you Midjourney, and they give you troubleshooting sessions like this one. It used to be, I used to have the strong feeling that Discord was a more powerful place to start and has more powerful tools. But the company, Midjourney Labs, has shifted its focus for nearly a year and a half now to the web. And although the mobile experience is not there yet, the desktop experience of Midjourney Web is pretty great. Does anyone else have advice for Plip as to whether to carry on with the web or carry on with Discord or attempt the web? Oh yeah, Plip is saying, I'm so glad I stumbled onto you guys. There's a lot of people here, Plip. It's not just me. It's just I'm talking so much that they're not saying anything.
I'm on the Discord is my go-to for the mobile whenever I'm, needing my prompting. That's where I turn when I'm not available for my laptop, which is actually most of the time. But the laptop, when I'm really trying to create something that is more extended and edited, the editing features I'm finding are quite useful. I haven't got to where using any third-party stuff is probably the next step that I need to start going with some of the projects that I hope to create. But I guess I do so with like Canva to some extent to do some editing and stuff. But yeah, the as you were saying, the web experience is great, but yeah, the Discord is where I go to whenever I'm using the mobile stuff.
Yeah, Discord is great for mobile compared to, and I think that's why I think that's why they basically were like, we're not going to bother over much trying to perfect the web experience for a mobile, because frankly, people can go to the Discord at that point. So that's what I have to say, Plip. That's what we have to say. Desktop, if you can, and Discord if you're mobile. Wanda, you are unmuted.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I can't use Discord on the mobile anymore. Not at all. I have to. But using the website on mobile, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. But I have to use one of those little pens. I use a stylus because I've got fat fingers. Otherwise, absolute dream. I think it really is good.
You like
Again, it's what you need.
mobile? You like the mobile website?
Yeah. When you use them, it's not the mobile website. It's actually using the website on mobile, right? So I'm using Chrome, but on my I use it that way.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I mean, it's so I don't know. It's actually it's not a mobile app, is there? No, I think there was going to be once.
No, but what I have, which I can't really.
Niji. You're thinking of Niji, right? Maybe Niji. There's a Niji app, right?
I have used that, but it's got it sure does have a lot of buttons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't.
No,
like that.
I use Midjourney.com on my phone in my phone's narrow window. It's better. I mean, if you can put it on you can ask for the desktop site on Chrome or Safari on your landscaped iPad, and then it's almost like desktop.
Well, I've got the iPhone Pro 15, but it's still even then. I was before that I was using the 7. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. I guess it's what you get used to, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah, for sure.
And beggars can't be choosers. We don't have any other choice really. If you're on mobile, Chrome's the only way to go in my eyes. Chrome and landscape your phone. I say I do it daily. I upload everything to my Zedge and a few print-on-demand things from my phone because it's easier than actually using the internet, using the web computer. That's insane. But on your mobile, Midjourney will save an image as a JPEG. On the website, it will save it as a PNG. I don't know if you knew that.
Say it again.
Well, I have to convert all my PNGs to JPEGs to put them onto the website I need to put them on, onto the wallpaper website I use. But on the actual phone, it saves them as JPEGs automatically. It doesn't save them as PNGs, and so I actually work from my phone for those projects because there's no conversion. It just saves to JPEG instantly. Very, very strange, but that's what it does.
Okay. Thank you for repeating that in case anyone wanted to take note. I always just take. I don't know whether this is correct, but if I download an image and it ends in webp, I just change the extension to PNG and it's fine.
That's right. Yeah.
But that's different than JPEG. So.
Absolutely.
Also, we have a question from Plip. So imagine, he says, you're like in Explorer and you're looking at images and I just randomize them and I just really like one of these. I just really like one of these images. Can I just frickin' use it? Can I use it? Can I just grab it and use it? And the answer is, we can't stop you, but I tell you what, it belongs to the artist, to this person. You 97 whatever his name is. That was a terrible example because he doesn't have a real name. A lot of these people don't. Okay, here, Bluegill. This is Bluegill. all this art belongs to Bluegill. You'd have to reach out to Bluegill, and the only way to reach out to Bluegill is probably to find out if he's on Discord and, at him on the Midjourney server and so on. Plip says what if I take his prompt, right? And I take the prompt and I make my variation of it over here. Now this one's mine now, right? I don't have to ask his permission for these, right? And technically, I guess that is true. This one, what's happening here? This one's a little incoherent. But yes.
I remember those Saturday nights.
Now it's mine.
Yeah.
I made a variation of it to see if it helped, and it just didn't.
Yeah. I think it depends, isn't it, what you're looking for? Sometimes I look at an image in Explorer and go, "Oh, I love that style," and I'll use that image as a style reference. I don't make any communication with the person then because I'm just looking at the art style and wanting to create my own thing with it. So.
Yeah, let's look at the terms of service. Where are the terms of service? Help. Getting started. Billing, prompting, video tutorials, really? There's like 3 of them. Okay. But where's the terms of service, darn it?
It's in documentation. It's in the index documentation.
Terms of service.
There you go.
Content rights. You own all assets you create to the full extent possible under applicable law. Your ownership is subject to any obligations. If you upscale images of others, the images remain owned by the original creators. If you upscale, which is not the same as a variation. A provider are collectively content you're responsible for all content. Please note, as an open community allows others to use and remix your content whenever they are posted in a public setting. Your content is publicly remixable. You grant Midjourney a license if you Yeah, so yeah, I think if you mess with it, it's yours. You've transformed it, so you've made it a new thing.
I'm thinking one of the benefits of working in Discord is you can create your own bot and then no one can see your images. Is that true?
That is not true. Unless you have purchased stealth mode from Midjourney so that you can publish and unpublish images. No matter where you create the image, it will be public.
I see.
Private creation does not make it private when it hits the website. For example, if I go to my account settings and here's my public profile, just all the crap I've ever made is here unless I unpublish it. Otherwise, you're just going to see just whatever bullshit I've been playing with forever.
But if you're creating through Discord,
still shows up here.
Creating on your own bot that you
still shows up here.
I see.
Yeah, it shows up here unless.
Oh, you're right. Yes, it does.
Unless I unpublish. You see this unpublish?
Yeah.
If you haven't purchased Stealth, you do not get an unpublish button. But if I unpublish it, then it'll disappear from everything. It'll disappear from everything. Let's do a really obvious one. Here's the unicorn on the tree. I'm going to unpublish him.
You'll still see it, but nobody else.
Crap. You're right. So anyway, it doesn't change to publish.
And you have to do the images individually. You can't unpublish.
No. You can go through. I could like pick today and unpublish all of them.
I see.
250 is the maximum now. So if you did 600 today, you'd have to do it in 2 parts.
Yeah.
Well, 3 parts.
So
You
all
can
of my
only
stuff
do
for today is
250
now
at a
gone.
time. Got it.
So if I go back to my, well, I did unpublish and hide. Oh, there you go. So I did unpublish and hide everything today. And now my profile looks nice because it has the pretty things that I made the other day.
Oh, well, how about if you hide? If you hide, do other people see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hiding is only hiding it from yourself so you can clean up your create tab. Like, here's how to use hide. Let's say you're creating stuff and this is just like you were just testing something and you don't want it to mess with your flow. Or this one, you hated all of them, so you don't want to mess with your flow. It's not part of your choice. You know, I don't want, I didn't like any of those, so I'm going to delete that. All of these really messy bathrooms didn't work for me. I want to get them out of my workspace. So I'm just cleaning them up out of my workspace. But if I go back to organize, they're all still there in filters hidden, right? They weren't actually deleted. They just cleaned up. And that's so you can just clean up your workspace as you go. I'm not sure hidden items get deleted after a time. I know there was once a micro poll asking us what if we deleted things after a time, but I don't know if it was ever implemented.
It wasn't, no. I put a bit of a fight against it. I said I use hide to sort out some of my stuff. And I said I don't want it being deleted. And they said, yeah, you're an edge case as always, blah blah blah. But then it was actually decided no, they won't be deleting hidden stuff. It's not on the cards. They
Right.
realise that a lot of people use it as an organisational thing because we don't have an organisational thing in that sense. So.
Right. So you have joined the Midjourney Prompt Troubleshooting Jam session. Welcome. And if you have any questions about Midjourney or prompting, or if you have a project you want to talk about, please let us know in chat. And we'd be happy to chit chat about one of your puzzles or projects. If you are feeling shy and you don't want to talk directly, we do have a URL for Q&A where you can just sort of type into the I don't know what to call it, a form, a little Q&A form, and it'll anonymously post your question, and then you don't have to feel like there's too much attention on you necessarily. So feel free to do that if you like. You're also welcome to put a test question in there just for funsies, just to see how it works, if you're curious how it works. Excuse me. Flip says, if I have a picture of my cat and I want to do a Renaissance art image, how do I do that? So you go to midjourney.com, you log in, you go to your Create tab, and on the very left of this Imagine bar up at the top, it has this button that says Add Image. So what you would do is find yourself your animal, for example, this golden retriever, and you would say, an oil painting in the style of the Renaissance masters. No,
Clarinet, you're in video.
I'm in video.
There's a little tab now.
Heck.
We can. Yeah, look how good that was.
OREF. Okay, I put them in OREF. That's omni reference. Okay, The far right square is the omnireference. Omnireference means please take the likeness or shape or structure or face of this thing and use it in the new picture, please. That's OREF or omnireference. So then you try to figure out how to spell Renaissance, which I can never remember. Renaissance? Oh, yeah. Oil painting style Renaissance Masters of Golden Retriever. And then it'll take the likeness of my Golden Retriever and blend it in with the prompt, which specifies the style. Yes, you can, Bob Ann. I would love a technical question. And then you get your oil painting of your dog. Now, can we tell that this is exactly the same Golden Retriever? No, because we don't know really if that Golden Retriever, I mean, you'll know whether it looks exactly like your cat or not. But yeah, now it's an oil painting. It's not done, so you can't tell, but there you go. It's an oil painting. So that's how you would get that. I hope that answers your question, Plip. Pretty easy. Bob Ann, I'm going to unmute you just in case. Just in case you care to use your mic. You don't have to.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
I can.
Thank you. Thank you, because it's kind of involved. And I could be wrong. That's why I asked first. I've noticed, because I'm at the end of a 3-year project, of which Journey is like pivotal, and I've noticed changes in my prompt results of the older, the older imaging results. And I was just wondering, is it a server thing? I was just chatting with the chat about it, and the thing with chat, with asking LLMs is that they go about it, you know what I mean, in like a really technical thing that really has nothing to do with generative, AI stuff. Kind of a doctor trying to explain surgery to a layperson, but I just noticed in the like Friday, like everything that I did in the last, I went through like 100 images on Friday for a big reveal for the rollout for this week, and almost every image was different. And it was just a simple update. I mean, it wasn't, I didn't even check the images until the end of the day, but they were.
So your question is, did something happen on the back end of Midjourney that suddenly changed how your prompts are interpreted?
Oh, you're so good with language, yes.
No.
I always tell my son, tell your mother this is a yes or no answer.
It's a yes or no answer, and nothing happened on the back end to change the way Midjourney interprets your prompts. However, seeds are different. Every time you run a prompt, the seed is different. And when the seed is different, it can change how your prompt looks drastically.
Okay.
If you ran your prompts in version 6 and then you ran it in version 7, then of course you're using a completely different model, and so obviously your images will change.
No, that wasn't the case. It wasn't. I didn't tweak them up, to be quite frank. I just did updates on everything. I just looked at everything and decided
what does an
which
update
images.
mean?
I just went in and updated. I didn't tweak the prompt or change the version.
Well, all of those things will change the outcome.
Well, I didn't change the version. I just changed. But wouldn't the content, okay, I was using, was it even update? I was using the OmniWrap for a specific model character, and then asking for that character to be in different settings, which lately has always worked pretty well for me. At this time, it was even the model, the extreme close-ups, camera angles, model face was totally different. It looked more like it was coming out of a version 7 than version 6.1 or 6. So this is why I went back over it today to see if I could get the same outcomes, same prompt, same version, or even come down a version to 5.2 or 6.
Well,
And it worked in a
if
way.
you come
I'm
down a
sorry.
version, it's going to be
I'm changing.
completely
Right.
different.
That I understood. But I've run across this before, and it's usually when I'm generating right in the middle of an upgraded versions, like we went from 5.2 to 6. So I was wondering if it's me
So like
or you know what I
this,
mean? Like that little guy right there. It took me like forever to create that person, man.
okay, hold on. Let me
Because
see if I
I'm
can
layering.
find.
I'm layering styles. I'm layering.
These are all videos. I'm trying to find your original. Is this a still image? Okay, this is a still image.
I just lost you. I just came.
Testing 1 2 1
T-Mobile
2.
dropped. Yeah, I'm here. T-Mobile drops the signal now and again. But that little guy right there took me like 50,000 times to fix, to bring him to this point. Because I was trying to get in between a Ghibli Studio type of thing, so that
Well,
it didn't look quite
you're in 6.1 in here,
right.
not 7.
Right.
Is that on purpose?
Right. That's on purpose. That's on purpose.
Okay,
Because
so stop.
7 is more realistic.
The
That's why I
problem
chose.
the problem is if you use 6.1, then you're not using omnireference, you're using character reference, CREF. CREF is a weaker force. It has a lot more randomness. It cannot hold faces as well. That's why we updated it to OREF, because it's not very reliable. So if you're using 6.1 and CREF, you are going to lose control over your canvas compared to doing the same thing in 7. If you want this style in 7, then just use this as your style reference.
I don't want to use it as my style because 7 when you're doing fantasy, to me, and this is for fictional book writing, the authors, I like it for it to be a little softer than not everybody likes things to be realistic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course, but it's really easy to pull
anyway.
away from photographic styles. I mean, what style do any of your pictures represent the style that you like? Do you have?
This is fine, but you're looking at the original. This is like the little. Remember, I was talking about the little bald guy.
Yeah.
The little bald guy, because I was using different types of facial features. Midjourney sees it as an African American guy that's bald.
Right.
And if you use that prompt, it's going to come out looking more, a lot of times, or RuPaul's Drag Circus. I mean, it's just, it's either or. It's either or. It's either or.
Right.
And I'm a drag queen lover of, of that whole genre, but this person was not supposed to look quite with the makeup and the false eyelashes. So,
well, all I'm saying is if 7 is not delivering the style you want, then all you have to do is take sample images of the style you do like and either make a mood board out of it or use the image by itself as your style. And then you've communicated that style to 7.
Well, what I'm saying is that was working as long as I started within 6.1. Within 6.1, I could tweak, change this. That's not going to, seed it and move it along. But when I went back Friday, not looking at the version and not looking because I didn't prompt to change the version to 7, my prompts yielded different, I was working on a different project then. I was working on a project of a woman. And she needed to look North African, but ancient North African. It took me like forever to get kinky hair Northern African features. I mean, it was just insane. But when you're making fictitious characters and you're working from scratch, it's dumb to use versions. I don't change. Once I get what I want in one version, I leave it alone. But this one time, this is probably the first time it's been so stark. And then I was wondering, well, maybe I'm using the wrong prompts. Maybe my prompts are not being interpreted quite, in the same way. So that was that. But am I making sense at all, or am I just no
Yeah.
question?
Yeah, but check it out. So here's your character. Let him finish, and you tell me if he's in the right style.
He pretty much is. It's not. It's that particular character is that particular model. It's common in MJ. MJ likes that guy's popular.
He's pretty archetypal.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is this is version 7. But
Okay.
I'm using omni-reference, and I just used another picture of him as my style. And that's why it continues to look like the same style from 6.1.
It looks pretty close. It really does. And I've not used those particular ones. I've not used. I just last week that I was updating that she came out looking like a really tired woman that had been working in a cane field like forever. I mean, it's like totally different from the more glamorous, ancient woman riding across the Saharan desert on the back of a horse. This one looks really good, but that's a common model. That particular model, as a given rule, I've used across 2 or 3 different books. I just changes, little characteristics about his face.
Let me see if I
He's
can
easy.
find. These are all videos, but I'm going to see if I can find the still shot of this character.
And that was hard. That was hard.
So
That's
if
a
I
cutie
use your
pie.
prompt, and then I'm going to take out in the style of Unreal Engine, that definitely doesn't do anything. I'm going to take out chaos. I'm going to take out raw. I'm going to take out the profile. I'm going to run it in 7, and I'm going to use his face and all the things you're using in your Omni reference. I'm also using it in the style reference box at the same time.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to run it in 7. Failed to submit multi-omni references. Oh, beg pardon. Let's do that again.
The problem with him is I wanted it to be a male androgyny figure that leaned towards male. That's the kicker. The second one is when you say male, a male or man, Midjourney wants to put either a shaved head that has the outline of hair or whiskers. So that took forever. So that was one of the reasons why that one I kind of struggled with that one. But it turned out very well actually.
So I've used 3 style references, 1 omni reference, and your prompt minus Unreal Engine. And what I'm trying to do is see if 7 can capture the style.
I used to have an Unreal Engine prompt specifically for background, to make sure that I kept the depth structure, like a gamer structure for to make the gamer structure look a little bit more real background.
The word unreal is probably doing something.
Okay.
Okay, so except for the fact that
you see what I mean? It really likes to go to the female. For some reason, it's really cute, tatas and all.
You have to just basically use. It's called cowbell system. You put he, him. You can give the character a male name. I find if you sometimes I actually this character I've seen this character 100 times, by the way. I actually play with this character. So it's another one Midjourney loves. and I do often get the feminine version of it, and it's I have to cowbell it to death, as I call it. Just put the masculine everything in there, masculine, he, him, just go for it, and it will steer away from the feminine look.
And false eyelashes.
Yeah. I was literally
Oh, the
running that
whiskers.
problem.
I love that. I love my girl with the whiskers. Wow, that's really cute. Where did you get the whiskers? But I mean, it's I mean, if you're going to say male, it's going to look for, it's going to try to add a hair or.
Yeah. Sometimes an OREF doesn't like the fact that if you turn somebody around, they've also got a ponytail, where your character's got short hair.
Oh my god, the ponytail's crazy.
I know. And video is worse for it. I know, it does my nut in. But what I'm finding is, again, if it's doing the ponytail thing, say as Sarah turns around, as Sarah with her short black hair turns around,
Really?
and just by putting that, yeah, and then also she'll have short black hair because it's keeping it to the, especially in video as well, by the way. Yeah, this is how I keep.
I created a character this week that they are. When I made a video, am I breaking up?
Yeah, you were. Yeah. Missed.
Am I there?
You have been, but I've been able to work out what you're saying. That one was a bad one.
It gave the character a ponytail that turned into snake. So where did that come from? I was like, wow, that's different.
I have that in video.
And I mean, these characters are cute. I mean, they really are. It's just this particular character is a hybrid. It's it's not truly human. So even that latex is supposed to be more of a blended skin as opposed to a suit. So it took me a moment to figure out how to make that a suit and not, I'm sorry, latex skin as opposed to
once you've got
something they zeroed in.
I don't know if I'm sure Karen knows the trick. What I'm doing nowadays with my characters in these situations is I'm getting them to step into video and getting a 360-degree of them. Their clothing never changes. Your character will never all of a sudden develop breasts. It will keep the same buckle, the same belt, the same armor perfectly by creating your character from a video reference. That's what I've been doing now. And that way, I mean, my character now, when she turns around, I can see the back of her spine. It's similar to this character here, but she has got long black hair. She's the captain of the ship. And she, every time she turns around, the back of her armor changes. But by doing it with video, game changer.
So you go directly to, because that was the change on another space. The body was supposed to be different, and it rendered this time. It looked like a human person putting on an alien suit. It was like, it's when you're in a room and you're doing this stuff, and you're 200 or 300 image model, and it comes up with that. You're MFing off the ceiling. I mean, you just, you're stressing.
I don't use OREF anymore because of it, because of the situation. I like OREF, it's okay, but I've never been adapted to it well enough. But as I said, I think it'd be probably a long lesson here to go to the video thing. But I will be in Learning Pro later on today, and I can show you exactly how to get a character to walk in and out of a scene and never change.
Really? What time?
Oh, as soon as this ends, I'll go.
In about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to have to upgrade my account.
Because we're rolling out projects.
No, there's no rush. As I say,
and,
I can help. It's something
really
we can just do later. It has to be today.
It's like, last time we were on, I bought Clarinet, the Andy's Condor male.
Mm-hmm.
First time I did that on Midjourney, and I said after she tried so hard she tried hard to be nice. Barbara male condors have specific characterizations around the neck here, and I'm like, okay. It was, it's important to for people to say, and Midjourney doesn't know about a little girl, sitting on the back of a condor, or the fact that condors do not flap their wings; they ride on air currents. things like that, you know, it takes a moment to render. That was 3 years ago. I started that project. Yeah,
I
before I
just
could
like
get
to
Midjourney to do that.
I just like to take a moment to make the point that and I'm sure Plip, who has been asking questions on the side, by the way, will appreciate that. Midjourney is an artist's tool.
Apologies.
We no, it's okay, Bob Ann. You're exemplifying a point that I would like to make, which is a lot of people out in media land, especially social media, like to say, make real art. You know, you're just the AI art is so lazy and stupid, and it doesn't do anything, and it's killing jobs and whatever. Midjourney is an artist's tool. It's very hard to learn how to make it do what you want to do. I'm just trying to get a smooth bald head, and you know, if and I'm gonna have to probably do the prompt adherence trick for this. And there's so many different weird little strategies and things you have to learn, just like someone who gets really good at Photoshop. You know, Photoshop's really complex. And so I just want to use this as an example to push back a little on that terrible reputation that at least that I don't want Midjourney to inherit the reputation of these other tools.
No, they don't. Midjourney does that. And that, I would say, parsing out and using and keeping to the theme of the prompt, Midjourney probably has heads above most of the image generators that are out there right now. It's just Sora just gives you an entirely different image when you extend the videos. So it's different. You know, MJ is the best on the market. I mean, hands down. There's no getting around it.
They have worked at it. I'm part of a volunteers club here in Midjourney, and in there it's been realised and proven now that extending the video is actually degrading it as it goes. We are losing the character and the coherence, and so I've been showing people to go from the second to last frame, and then and use that as a starting frame and continue.
Nice job, yeah.
You don't get the loss then,
or editing it out. Editing.
Yeah,
but
extension's fun, right? It's great, but it goes off on its own hallucination, and it does degrade massively towards about the fourth or fifth turn. It's awful, and I'm thinking, what? But David's aware of it. They're all aware of it. We're aware of it.
I think it's more inherent in how complicated the prompt is and what you have in what it should be like. See the end, you know, when you.
It's all about control, isn't
it? If you look at like runways, Turbo, no, it's 3, where you could image 3 prompts together, and you come out with a video that combines the 3. It's sort of like that. You want to know what it's supposed to look like at the end, you know, the last image that you have in the string, and that helps a lot. But that is a specificity that most generators don't have yet. You know, it's once that happens, and you know, then you've got the for a full-length movie. But
this for a version 1, the version 1 video release is amazing, isn't it? I mean, Midjourney, I mean, it's incredible. I can't wait for what's coming. You know, it's this is the first version. Hello.
I agree. That's the march to that's the march to total movie video creations for YouTube, and it'll release. It kind of gives the go ahead for a lot of creators. Seriously, it's that one last door to open, but you know, I still say that MJ is probably the best on the block as it stands.
So
and
far,
I don't
so good.
Everybody all the time. Yeah.
Well, I am going to you're welcome, Flip. I am going to encourage everyone to hop down to Learning Pro. If you want to be teleported, just hang out for a second, and I'm going to teleport you down to Wonderful World of Stuffs, the wonderful world of him talking about wonderful things. And the only difference really is that the primary speaker will be wonderful, and that we're not going to be on Twitch or YouTube or any of these other places. Although, Wendy, I can work on getting you on those channels. I'll talk to you separately about that. Hell no! Hell no! So did you just say?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, well, never mind.
I'm really good in the moment. You put me on a timetable, or put me say right, it's live. There's 10,000 people. That's it. I turn into a ball of nothingness.
Okay,
I'm
well,
really not good with.
Scrap that idea then. Scrap that idea.
I'm not good with structure.
Let me just let me close the stream real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes Midjourney's prompt troubleshooting jam session. If you are interested in Midjourney events, I will put the event calendar in your local chat there, and feel free to subscribe. If you are interested in offering feedback about this event that you've attended, I will give you the URL to the feedback form, and just you can just put a word or two or nothing in there. And other than that, stay tuned, and I will teleport you down to Wonderful World of Stuff in just a moment. Okay, signing off on the streams. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, Clarinet.
Is there prompt prep live
Thank you,
at 4
Clarinet.
today?
Bye-bye, everybody.
There's Promcraft Live tonight. Promcraft Live. I'll advertise it over in.
Okay.
I'll hop down and say, yeah.
Remember, we have a meeting at 2.
Oh crap, we do. Thank you.